Right, so I have returned once again today to deliver another chapter of Juuni Taisen, the Zodiac War, the manga series. This chapter being chapter 7, and if YouTube kicks in and does not spook me. Yeah, there we are. I was not spooked. Man's not spooked. Man's is not spooked. So yes. Where we left off last time, we know what happened. We know the events of what happened. We don't want to imagine it once again. It's just like, we're like, our waifu is still alive. Like, in our hearts, our waifu, Niwatori, is still alive. She is not dead. She is very much still winning the Zodiac War. She did not die last week. Because clearly in the manga, she's dead. Also in the anime, she is dead. So my heart is literally busted right now, at the moment. I'm a man feeling emotions. I'm a man feeling emotions right now. I lost my waifu, again. It's like, I don't understand why they'll do it to me twice, but it did. I was hoping Nisio would just like go, okay, I know I did wrong at that point, so let's just change the manga slightly. Let's just go a little bit in a different direction, allow her to survive. But no, Nisio betrayed me once again. So at this point, never trust Nisio, because apparently he will betray you. So, and now, moving on to chapter 7, I believe this chapter actually, as I think everyone can actually see, it does in theory cover Monkey's backstory, which I thought would be the case. I thought, okay, they're going to do Monkey's backstory in this chapter, and they actually are. So I was like, oh, okay, alright. Well, I was not expecting anything different, but I'm glad we're actually getting that in this chapter as well anyway. So, without further delay, let's begin chapter 7 of Juuni Taisen, the Zodiac War, the manga series. So, the fight of the monkey, the fight of the monkey's real name is Misaki Yuki. Born July 7th, she's 150 centimeters tall and weighs 40 kilograms. Hey, thing is actually working. I thought Viz would not do the thing where it goes from one page to another, but it is doing it. Woo. Woo. The small victories, as they say. The small victories. Yeah! That was my 100th Gansai Ryu hard boulder cracking destructive wave. I finally perfected it. Destruction wave. Destruction wave. I finally perfected it. Bow. So, Juuni Taisen, the Zodiac War. Just chapter, say the word, 7, Rat Monkey. I kind of like that. The see no evil, talk no evil, and hear no evil. I think that's actually really freaking neat. I thought that's actually a really neat way of actually kind of almost in a way characterizing a character. I thought it's actually kind of cool. I think everyone knows the kind of the speak no evil, hear no evil, see no evil kind of thing. It's one of those things that's very, very old, and it's actually one of those things that's always kind of you see it all the time practically. But it's still kind of neat. I like it. She has so far brought peaceful resolution to 314 wars and 229 internal conflicts. As both a pacifist and a warrior, she is a hero. She's a hero second to none. That risky looking lady, I think she's probably dead by now. Why do you think that, Nezumi-kun? Are you able to sense such things? Is that your special ability? I'd hardly call it a special ability. Her fate is plain enough for anyone to see. Although, well, you know, rats have a knack for fleeing ships that are about to sink. Maybe some people have the shadow of death over them, and I can just see it better than others. But if I'm right, if that lady is dead, then it's your fault, Miss Shari. Another insight. Why do you think that? The more she talked with you, the weaker she got. She went from faint-hearted to just plain faint. Your goodwill changed something in her. You reformed her. When she left, even a normal person could have killed her. To a rogue like her, your lack of venom is itself a deadly poison. Wasn't he sleeping the whole time? Or is he just... Listen, Nezumi-kun, are you trying to provoke me? I'm sorry. I can be a little slow to pick up on such things. Is that so? Is that so? Well, let's talk about something else then. Even if I can read someone's fate, I can't read their mind. And whatever else happens, you won't be reforming me, so you don't have to worry about that. This guy, I can't understand him very well. But where does that leave your plan? Assuming that lady is in fact dead. Assuming that lady is in fact dead, that means 4 of us have been killed. Can you still pull off your surefire plan for victory? I can, although I'm saddened that fewer people remain to be saved. It sounds like you made a mistake in your assumptions. Allow me to correct you. I don't have just one plan. You've got more than one? I'm not carelessly optimistic. I'm not carelessly optimistic. Peace treaties have to be adapted to changing circumstances. Well, I never really thought much about stopping the fight, so I'll leave that part to you. Listen, Izumi-kun. You say you don't care about stopping this war, and that I'm not going to reform you. Then why do you agree to join me? I don't figure you for a pacifist. You want to know what I think about peace? Actually, I hate it. When I'm not out on the battlefield, I'm in a normal high school. My classmates' peace has made them all go soft. Damn wastes, all of them. The thought of risking my life to protect their meaningless existences, say the word, is revolting. Doesn't it bother you? No one in the world has saved as many lives as you have. But a decent amount of those you've saved are garbage. Actually, the situation's worse than that. By saving people, you turn them into garbage. They think of wars and killing as someone else's job. They think that people like us fight because that's what we do. I hate to say it, but the more I protect them, the more I just want to kill them. Those feelings are a product of its age. It would be so easy to dismiss such emotions as childish. So tell me, Miss Pacifist, how the hell do you come to terms with that? I don't make peace with it. I've struggled with it my whole life. The best I can do is give him an honest and direct answer. Ah, I see. The perfect answer from a saint. But talk like that doesn't reach us mere mortals. Doesn't reach mere mortals? So, you're pretty strong, right? Huh? Well, I know some self-defense tactics. I couldn't survive on the battlefield if I didn't. Come on, you can drop the modesty. After all, you're the one who blasted the floor apart, right? Everyone else, if you ever change your mind, you're always welcome to seek me out. Now, if you both would come here... Now, I remember this from the anime, because people were saying it, and there was something, a comment was saying it, like, if I remember correctly, she was the one that caused it, but I think also Sheep was also going to do something with it as well. I think that confused certain people, I believe, because I think what happened was Sheep was meant to do something, it didn't work, which actually then kind of cancelled out our knowledge of her doing it. So it made us think, oh, he's the one that did it, but in theory, no, it was technically kind of sort of her. Apparently, maybe not. Someone intended to bring the Zodiac War to a swift conclusion. It had a powerful intent to kill. If I hesitated even a fraction of a second, the battle might have really ended right there and then. And you don't know who was so intent on killing us. No, I don't. I didn't have time to find out. It was all I could do to escape, and to give everyone else the chance to escape. I said you can drop the modesty. I bet. No, that's the true way of thinking. But I think what happened was people kind of forgot that she was the one that kind of did something with it. That's why everyone kind of went, oh yeah, it was Sheep in the anime, because I remember people were saying it. And people were saying, oh, it was Sheep. But then Sheep was meant to kill them, but then in theory Monkey saved them. That's how I think it all went down. But yeah, thanks for actually pointing that one out, because my brain kind of got confused with the events. I think the whole thing with sheep kind of confused the whole entire thing, because it kind of makes you go, huh, for a second, but you realise, oh yeah, that's what happens. But yeah, thanks for pointing that one out, because my brain kind of got confused as well, because I thought, wait a second here, what's going on? But then it kind of makes sense when you think about it in larger context. I bet if you wanted to, you could have figured out who it was. If you choose to fight instead of run, you could have found out and defeated them. Tell me if I'm wrong. I won't deny it as a possibility, but I don't use my power like that. For every great power, there's a correct way to use it, Nezumi-kun. A correct way, huh? I think maybe whoever wanted to kill us had it right. Their way would have ended the Zodiac War a whole lot quicker than this exhausting peace plan of yours. You go through all of this time and trouble to make your peace treaties and to offer ceasefires, but don't you think that if you just wielded whatever power it is you have, and instead ended this battle in an instant, you would save more lives faster? What do you mean? I mean, think about it. What kind of people take part in the Zodiac War? What reasons do you have to save the lives of others? What reason do you have to save lives like those? Yeah, that's the thing. I think once you actually realise it, it actually all makes sense. You're like, oh yeah, it all works, if you get what I mean. It's one of those ones I think people got confused when Sheep said, oh, he was the one that did it. I think people got confused and then kind of cancelled out the fact that actually Monkey did something as well. That's what I think happened. It's one of those ones you don't really remember, then you're like, oh yeah. Your brain kind of just like cancels out that thought, and it kind of comes back to you after you reread it or rewatch. You're like, oh yeah, it was Monkey that did something as well. People like that, the world would be better off with all of them dead. And if you're going to say that every life is precious, or that nobody is truly bad to the core, well, those are just hollow words from someone who won't see reality. Nezumi-kun, if that's true what you think, you'd better quit being a fighter right now. You don't have what it takes to fight. You said no one in the world has saved as many people as I have. But no one else has failed to save as many people as I have either. There are many who I tried to save but couldn't. More than I could ever count, and more than I could ever forget. I've seen countries destroyed. I've seen an endless cycle of senseless massacres. Preservations of justice have been seared into the backs of my eyelids. Pervisions, that's the word, not preservations. Pervisions of justice have been seared into the backs of my eyelid. Yeah, that's what I kind of felt like. I was like, huh, it's weird to see this art style once again, because it's exactly the same. It's one of those ones that catches you off guard. So, perversions of justice have been seared into the back of my eyelids. I said preservations, but perversions is the correct word. My brain kind of... When I see that word, my brain kind of just immediately says preservation. I don't know why. Never understood that. You've always pointed out, like, hey, mate, you can't say that word properly. Like, it's just a thing my brain does. I can't help it. It's those ones that, unless I actually kind of continuously read out loud, like, all the time, every single day, my brain just kind of stops. It just kind of puts words there that aren't even there. It's just a thing. It's just a thing. Humans hunted, slavery, treachery and betrayal, inhuman weapons, human trafficking, elders left to die in the wilderness, children killing their parents, the culling of children, cultural suppression, mass destruction of historical sites, natural resources exhausted, discrimination and prejudice, revenge strikes and counterattacks, Chauvinism? Now I like Akira as well. I think it's actually really. I think Akira's a really good mangaka. Though I don't know if because they did Medaka Box, then I think Akira did something else afterwards, and then they also then did Shonen Shoujo, I believe, and then that one got cancelled, And then there was the one that was Luga Code as well, which had the exact same art style as well. But then that's about it. I don't think I remember Akira doing anything else in the meantime. I might be wrong actually, but I can't remember actually, top of my head. So male chauvinism and female chauvinism, famine and plague. I've seen it all. I've seen it and seen it and seen it. I've seen it with no end. I've stared at it. I've seen reality. And after all that, I've chosen my way. Oh man, I need to read that one day then, because it got cancelled way too soon. I've seen it and seen it and seen it. I've seen it with no end. I've stared at it. I've seen reality. And after all that, I've chosen my way. I choose not to end wars, but stop them. I put myself through hell, but I still want us all to get along. I want us all to be happy. Don't underestimate my hollow words. Don't underestimate my hollow words, boy. Oh, that was a good end. That was a good chapter. That was a really freaking good chapter. Oh man. Alright. Alright. Alright, okay. I actually kind of like the exploration of her character a lot better in the manga than in the anime. Don't know why, the anime feels way too fast sometimes. You're like, okay, there's a lot going on here. It's like, your brain has to kind of process everything that's going on, your brain doesn't have enough time sometimes. I think the manga kind of goes at a steady pace, your brain kind of allows it to kind of realise, okay, that's what's going on here. But yeah, I mean, goddamn, that was a pretty freaking good chapter overall. Oh, damn. I'll just minimise that thing. I hate seeing the actual thing there. Ah! No! Wait, hold up, Siri. No.
Playing all songs.
Ah! For God's sake. That was weird. That was weird. I'm gonna get copyright for that, aren't I? Thanks, Siri. that was a way to end the stream. It just breaking out to song. I've got to turn it off one day. I have to turn off Siri. It's such an inconvenience. But yeah, anyways, I was saying beforehand. Yeah, that's the one thing that the anime has that the manga doesn't, is the fact it has a runtime, doesn't it? The anime only has 12 episodes to go on what it's doing, but the manga, say the word, can actually continue on as long as it wants. I was like, it's kind of a lot better, I think, because currently where the actual anime was, I believe this was a whole entire episode, I think, and then at the end of the episode, the zombie birds appeared, and that's how the episode ends. If I remember correctly, that's a whole entire episode. But still, it kind of felt a bit too fast. But here you actually kind of get a nice exploration of her character, her beliefs, her philosophies, and everything like that. It's actually kind of interesting for that reason. You get to see a lot more of her character, and how she kind of sees the idea of peace and everything like that, and how certainly there is probably some holes in her logic, but she kind of still wants to go by that logic and actually kind of not give up on it, because she believes there's actually a way to do it. Which is actually kind of admirable when you think about it. Like, that last panel of her crying was actually kind of a very, very kind of like a telling scene. It was kind of a nice way to end a chapter. Well, it wasn't really nice, but it was kind of one of those ones that it kind of builds a nice catharsis of the whole entire chapter. Like, just don't underestimate me, because I will get a way to do this. Like, it makes the whole entire character a lot more believable than say, okay, well, she's literally just talk no jutsu the character. Because in the anime, she kind of felt like that. She kind of felt as if like you're just sitting there going, this ain't gonna end well if you continue like that. But in the manga, you kind of get this, like, you get to know that she's actually kind of this way. Though not disregarding the anime. The anime does in theory explore it a lot as well. But I don't know. The manga kind of does it a little bit better, I think. There's just certain things this manga does that elevates it. It's true as well. He actually did in theory make it into an anime. That was the best anime of last year. But man, I don't know. I liked it. I thought the chapter overall really kind of just brought home certain things of her character. Just kind of made us realise, yeah, there is certainly some holes in her logic, but the fact is, if she wants to do it, then let her do it. If she finds a way to do it, then by Jingo, you did a good job. Because it's one of those things, it makes her character kind of more believable, and actually kind of us to actually then realise, well, yeah, we want you to see reality come to fruition, because you've got an admirable way of looking at it. Like, you've got a mindset, which then makes her character a lot more real, I think, as well. Because again, she was kind of like the missing link in the whole entire group when you think about it, because she was kind of the pacifist. She's the character like, why is she there? What is her purpose? How is she going to survive this whole entire thing? I have zero idea. But then once you actually kind of slowly kind of unravel her character, it all makes sense. You're like, okay, I get it. I thought it's actually kind of a nice exploration. I thought, good job, because I don't know. The same thing happened with Niwatori's death as well. Niwatori's death in the manga was a lot better than the anime, I think, because it was kind of a lot better staged. But here the same thing applies. It just kind of dealt with her philosophy a lot better, I think. I don't know. I liked it. I thought, good job. I don't describe the anime at all, because the anime is doing a phenomenal job of a lot of things it's doing. But certainly there's some things the manga does a lot better as well. But yeah, hopefully, I believe the next chapter would be the encounter between Monkey, Nezumi, and Rabbit, I believe. Yeah, I think next chapter's that. So we have that to look forward to, because I want to see what else they will change with that. Yeah, she's a good person. I don't disregard other people to be kind of bad people as well, because I don't know, they seem like an oddball kind of group of people. Like, you don't really know who's a true bad person there. I would imagine that the brothers don't seem that great as people. Maybe, I don't know, because Niwatori is kind of a hard one to kind of pinpoint, because could you say a character is actually technically bad? I don't know. But then Dog was kind of, he was there. Horse kind of seems alright. He seems alright as well, but yeah, she's the kind of the normal character amongst the kind of abnormal kind of cast. She's the one that she's the kind of character that just wants to see a good end to this whole entire fight. Yeah, that's the other thing. Sheep's the only other character which I actually can remember not being a bad person, which doesn't make me kind of think everyone else is bad, but I can't remember anyone else's motivation. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. I want to see her survive, because I want to see kind of how this all comes to fruition, because it seems like an interesting way to end the whole entire thing. It ends on a peace treaty, because it kind of would be a neater way to see how it all kind of comes to a halt. Like, more than just say everyone dies, because otherwise you're kind of like, oh, it's something you expect, but the kind of a peace treaty kind of ending is kind of neat, because it makes you kind of go, okay, well, it seems like the most illogical way of looking at things, but it also works. So it kind of makes the whole entire thing a lot better, I think, as well. I don't know how long she's going to survive either, because she can in theory die. Let's just kind of put that out there. We just don't know who's going to die, because the manga and the anime does a good job of kind of like throwing red herrings at you to kind of say, okay, she's gonna die, oh, he's gonna die, oh no, he's alive still. It's one of those things that the anime does and manga does as well, like the idea of the red herrings, and I think it's actually kind of neat for that reason, because it throws the audience off to think, okay, so that character's gonna die, but in theory they don't. It's kind of neat. But yeah, I mean, all in all, freaking neato chapter, I think. Actually, probably the best so far, I would imagine, because it actually kind of dealt with it dealt with everything it needs to do really freaking damn well. So yeah, with all that said, I have indeed been the driver. I have zero idea whether or not I'll have any anime out today, because Crunchyroll's been DNS attacked. So, which means basically they've been hijacked, and yeah, all of their animes kind of held hostage. I don't know, it's a bit weird. So you can't go on there just yet, because if you go on any XC downloads, and you'll get your whole entire computer bricked. So I would not go on there right now until it all kind of goes all clear. Until then, leave for an extra hour to see what happens, just in case something else happens. But yeah, I have zero idea whether or not any anime will come out today. But if it does, I will be there to actually do it as well. Yeah, that was the other thing. The whole flashback thing was kind of neat, because it kind of made you think, okay, well, everyone's going to die because of the flashback, and after a while no one does. It was kind of a neat red herring. It's a common trope. It's a common trope in the thing to actually have a flashback for the character to die. But they actually kind of subverted that completely. I thought it was actually kind of a neat way to do it. I thought, good job. Good job. Because it's actually one of those ones that kind of catches you off guard. You're like, nice work there, anime. Nice work. But yeah. So, with all that said, I have indeed been the driver. If you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole, and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed, it does me quite a bit. Also, do apologise for my random intrusion of Green Day by Siri, because she thought it was a good idea to actually kind of break out into Green Day. But let's face it, I have zero idea how she even works. But if you have enjoyed what I do here, and you want to stay a little bit longer, then do leave a sub, because indeed, it does help me quite a bit. But until whenever Crunchyroll comes back to life, see you guys then. Bye for now.